What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today I just want to do a quick summary before we roll the footage for you. You're about to see a time lapse of the Tomei Expreme TI Catback exhaust installed on my 2018 STI. I hope you guys really enjoy it. A couple quick notations from that installation. Everything went, for the most part, pretty smooth, but I will say this, when I did my research on the installation, it was never on a 2018, so it was all from like 2016, 2015, some even lower than that. So as a tip, a lot of those videos, they pre-installed the exhaust. It's 3 pieces, and they had it all pre-installed with the springs, and then they brought it up and installed it on the car. That did not work for me for the STI that I have, the 2018. The mid-pipe got in the way where the hanger is, to where it didn't have enough wiggle room to set in. It kept hitting the diff and then hitting another part of the underbody of the car by the heat shield. So I had to disassemble it. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep an eye on the camera the entire time while shooting. So it did go off near the end, so you weren't able to see the end piece, the muffler tip installed, but you did get the after shot of it being lowered with it installed and the sound clip. So I hope that you enjoyed that portion, and we tried our best to get everything taken care of, but the #1 priority was making sure that the car was taken care of, so that way we were able to take off for the rest of the night, because we drove it there, did the installation, and we drove it home. So anywho, so that was a tip for you guys, like, don't pre-install it. And then second of all, the fitment, it was good, but it's not perfect. So if you're a perfectionist, you might be able to take a little bit more time. The issue that I did run into, though, is on the mid-pipe itself, near the heat shield, right after the diff, is the second mandrel bend on the pipe, and where that weld point is, how it sticks on the hanger, it's rubbing just slightly the steel band, the clamp that is around the titanium, and that band is touching the plastic underbody of the fuel cover underneath, and it's melting a little bit of it. I want to say about maybe 1.5 inches in length. Nothing too concerning though, it's barely touching it, so it's really just the edge. Shortly afterwards, after keep checking on it, seeing a little bit more melt away, I actually had to do my first service for the oil change with Subaru, and when we had it lifted, I had a couple techs. I pointed it out to them, wanting to know their opinions, if it's going to be an issue, and they said absolutely not. So if you run into that too, the fitment might not be perfect, but definitely, like for me, it rose a flag, because safety is a key thing, so I made sure to bring it up. So if you have that concern, make sure to bring it up, talk to your buddies, talk to a tech if you can, or reach out on the internet, do some research, and hopefully me bringing this up also clarifies some things for anyone out there that is doing the install themselves, or is going to be, just so they can prep themselves mentally on what could possibly happen, so they can adjust accordingly. I'm sure that if I got a little bit more time up there to bend the piping, it does have some play. I probably could have got it not to get that close to where it would be touching, but I was left to what I was dealt with. And in the end now, after talking with that tech, I am satisfied, so I have no business going under there now to play with it anymore. I didn't have any noise. I know that in previous videos that I've saw and online posts, spring issues where it was causing rattling. I didn't have that. It was actually the heat shield. On high rev, it would hit the heat shield, and it's such a thin metal that it would cause a really loud clanging together of metal on metal sound. The heat shield's so thin, you just tuck it up and bend it out of the way, or you could remove it. In my case, I wanted to leave it intact if possible. The closest thing to stock, the protection is there for a reason, in my opinion. But after talking to a tech, he said that worst comes to worst, I could have removed it. It only helps keep some heat out of the cabin, but there's nothing to worry about of anything melting. So I hope those points help you out, and I hope that you enjoyed this time-lapse video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you do have questions though, please feel free to leave a comment. If you end up liking this video, please do me a solid, like, subscribe. If not, don't. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but hopefully this helps you out in the end, and I'm glad that I was able to share this experience with you guys, and there's definitely more to come. But alright, I'll catch you guys on the next one.